Hi, welcome to another episode of Growing Up in Flip Flops. My name is John Petty, and thank you for listening. Today's episode I've entitled, I Hate Oranges. You may think it's odd that I hate oranges, but I really do. In fact, I don't like virtually any fruit nowadays. When I'm presented with fruit at a dessert or at breakfast or something, I immediately remove it from my plate and give it or ask if one of the other dinner or breakfast folks that I'm at the table would like the fruit. Well, let me explain how I grew up and for my distaste for basically all fruits. We lived on probably about an acre, acre and a half of land. My father had a hobby of horticulture, and to that end, he grew a lot of different fruit trees. In our yard, we had multiple orange trees, we had grapefruit trees, we had tangerine trees, we had tangelo trees. Our neighbor, immediate next door neighbor, had pygmy bananas and guavas. In addition to all this, also on our property, we had Suriname cherries. Now, you may have never seen a Suriname cherry, but it's a pitted cherry, and it looks like a little red pumpkin. It's got the sections like a pumpkin, but that's how it grows. And it's a Suriname cherry, and some folks love them. I hate them. In addition to that, we had at least 4 different varieties of mango trees in the yard. We had a Tommy Atkins, we had Kent, we had Hayden, and the appropriately named Turpentine. It tasted horrible. Now, I did not partake of mangoes because I found out at an early age that I was really allergic to them. Mangoes, amazingly, are related to the poison ivy family. And if you got an allergy to mangoes, you got it bad, and that's what I have. One little side note on mangoes. Whenever mangoes show up in a grocery store, I laugh when I look and see the description. It will say like red mango or green mango or something like that. And I just cannot help but think that that's akin to saying red apple, as opposed to Granny Smith or Honeycrisp or Fuji or something like that. But that's just my little foible. Well, anyway, let me get to why I hate oranges. One of my chores around the house, when the citrus trees were in fruit, was to wake up, and there at their back stoop was a wooden bushel basket. My routine was literally wake up, go to the restroom, put on some shorts, walk to the back porch and the back stoop, put on some flip-flops, and pick up the wooden bushel basket and head out into the grove. What I then had to do was go out and pick approximately half a bushel of oranges or grapefruit or tangerines or tangelos, whatever was ripe at that time, and bring it into the house, and then proceed to hand juice whatever I had picked. Now, today, there's electric powered juicers. We didn't have that. I had this little molded glass thing that has a little cone on it and a little pour that collects the juice, and you do one at a time, and it collects the juice, and then you pour it into a pitcher. Well, I had to juice so that there was about a half a gallon of orange juice. That meant sitting there taking the oranges, cutting them, slicing them in half, and then hand juicing this till I got approximately half a gallon of orange juice or grapefruit juice or whatever for my mother, my sister, and myself for breakfast. Every morning. That was one of my first chores. So having to do this, and having to do this more times than I can possibly count, I don't like oranges. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to drink orange juice. I especially don't want to eat an orange. I'm done with them. In addition to all these fruits and the cherries, whatnot, my father had previously owned a patch of land near our home on the outskirts of our town that had a strawberry farm on it. He had sold it to somebody, but my mother remained friends with the buyer of the strawberry farm. And so if strawberries were in season, we went out to the strawberry farm and we picked strawberries. I don't like strawberries. I'm up to my eyeballs in orange juice, strawberries, everything. I don't like it. I don't eat it to this day. People see me just pass by, these large strawberries, chocolate-covered strawberries. I'm immune. I don't care. I don't like them. I've had enough. I've had my share. More for you. You should be very, very happy. So you must be wondering, gosh, I guess you hate all fruit. No, I don't. Guess what we didn't have in our yard or have access to copious amounts of? Limes, lemons, and apples. I love apples. I love apples in every form, shape, and manner. I love limes. I love key lime pie. I love lime juice. I love lemon cake. I love lemon ginger cake. I love lemonade. It's wonderful. I can imagine the moral of my story is too much of anything can turn you away from it. I will not relate this, but you can look it up. The great Southern humorist Louis Grizzard had a comment about having too much of anything. It might seem wonderful to begin with, but then it becomes a chore. Clearly, juicing half a gallon of oranges every day, 7 days a week, became a chore for me to the point that it has had a long-lasting effect on me. But what's the one or few things that I couldn't get? Limes, lemons, and those wonderful, beautiful, delicious apples. Thank you for listening. I'll be back next week with another episode.